Hello, it's me. Today I will talk about 10 interesting facts about camels. Keep going until the end to find out the whole facts. Number 10. Two main species. There are two main species of camels. The first one is the dromedary camel. These are the ones with one hump, and they're found mostly in Africa and southwestern Asia. You might also hear them referred to as Arabian camels. The other type of camel is the Bactrian camel. This is your classic camel with two humps. They're native to Central Asia and China. But even though these are the two main types of camels, there's actually a whole lot more to know about them. And we're just getting started. Number 9. What's a hump? If you've ever seen a camel, then you've probably wondered what those humps are all about. Are they just for show? Is it some kind of weird decoration? Well, yes, but also no. It's true that the humps are mainly used for fat storage, but this fat isn't just there to make the camel look cool. Instead, it serves a very practical purpose. The fat that's stored in the hump can be turned into energy when the camel hasn't eaten in a while. This means that the camel doesn't have to rely on its muscle tissue for energy, and it's able to survive for weeks without food. This is really important for camels because sometimes they don't have access to food for very long periods of time. Their habitats aren't exactly known for being food-rich, so they have to be able to make do with what they got. So next time you see a camel, remember that those humps aren't just for show. They're an important adaptation that helps camels survive in tough conditions. Number 8. Water. Camels are well known for their ability to go for long periods of time without water. In fact, they can often survive for weeks at a time without drinking any water at all. And that's pretty impressive considering that most animals need to drink water every day to survive. So how do camels do it? Well, part of their secret lies in their humps. As we already talked about, those humps store fat that the camel can use for energy. But the fat also helps the camel conserve water. That's because when the fat is burned, it produces a byproduct called acetone. Acetone is a solvent, which means it can dissolve many different substances. And guess what? Acetone also dissolves water. So as the fat in the hump is burned, the camel is able to reabsorb water from its urine and recycle it within its body. In addition to this, camels have some other adaptations that help them conserve water. For example, they don't sweat much and they can control the concentration of salt in their urine. All of these adaptations allow camels to thrive in some of the hottest deserts on Earth. But even though camels can go for a long time without water, they can also drink a lot of water very quickly when they do get the chance. In fact, they can drink up to 40 liters of water in just 15 minutes. That's more than twice the amount of water that an elephant can drink in the same amount of time. Number 7. Temperature. Camels are amazing creatures who can live in some of the hottest places on Earth. But did you know that they can also survive in freezing cold temperatures? That's right. Camels are one of the few animals that can live comfortably in both hot and cold climates. So how do they do it? Well, one of the reasons camels can survive in such a wide range of temperatures is because of their fur. Their thick fur coats help them stay warm in the winter, but they also help protect them from the sun's rays in the summer. In addition, camels have some other adaptations that help them regulate their body temperature. For example, they can sweat a lot when it's hot outside, and they can shiver when they're cold. Finally, camels have a special adaptation that allows them to conserve water in hot climates. As we already mentioned, this is thanks to the fat that's stored in their humps. By conserving water, camels are able to avoid the risk of dehydration, which can be fatal in hot environments. So next time you think of camels, don't just picture them in the desert. These amazing creatures can also survive in freezing cold temperatures. Number 6. Sandstorms. When it comes to surviving in the desert, camels have some pretty amazing adaptations. One of the most impressive is their ability to withstand sandstorms. Sandstorms can be dangerous for camels if they last too long or are too intense. But camels have evolved to cope with even the harshest conditions. For starters, camels have long eyelashes that help protect their eyes from wind-blown sand. They also have the ability to close their nostrils, which prevents sand from getting into their lungs. But perhaps the most remarkable thing about camels is their thick fur. The fur helps to insulate them from the cold desert winds, but it also protects them from the scorching desert sun. In addition, the fur helps to prevent sunburn, which can be a serious problem for camels in desert environments. So if you find yourself caught in a desert sandstorm, don't worry, you'll probably survive unscathed. Just take a cue from the camels and cover up to protect yourself from the wind, sand, and sun. Number 5, milk. Camel milk is not only unique in appearance, it's also packed with more nutrients than cow's milk. And one of the most surprising benefits of camel milk is its high vitamin C content. In fact, camel milk has 3 times the amount of vitamin C as cow's milk. Vitamin C is an essential nutrient that helps support the immune system, wound healing, and skin health. And it's also an antioxidant, which means it can help protect against damage caused by free radicals. But vitamin C isn't the only nutrient that camel milk has a lot of. It's also high in calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D, all of which are important for strong bones and teeth. In addition, camel milk is a good source of protein and fat, which provide the body with energy and help support growth and development. Now, you may be wondering why camel milk has so many nutrients. One possible explanation is that camel milk is designed to meet the needs of young camels, which require a lot of nutrition to grow up in a harsh environment. Another explanation is that the nutritional profile of camel milk reflects the diet of the mother camel, which eats a variety of plants that are rich in nutrients. Whatever the reason, it's clear that camel milk is a powerhouse of nutrition, and it may be worth adding it to your diet. Number 4, calluses. You might not think that camels would need calluses, but they do. Calluses are thick, tough patches of skin that form on the soles of the feet. They're a natural defense mechanism that helps protect the feet from injury. Camels need their calluses for a simple reason. They like to hang out on their knees. And when they're lounging around on their chests, they need something to cushion them from the ground. If they didn't have calluses, their knees would be at risk of injury from the rough desert terrain. And since they're big animals, even a small injury could be serious. That's why it's so important for camels to have tough, durable calluses on their knees and chests. These calluses act like natural knee pads and help protect them from injury. Plus, they're also comfortable for camels to walk on. The calluses make it easier for them to move around on uneven terrain, and they also help to distribute their weight more evenly. Without their calluses, camels would be at risk of spraining their ankles and knees, and they wouldn't be able to walk as easily. So next time you see a camel, take a closer look at its knees and chest. You might be surprised at how tough and durable they are. Thanks to their calluses, camels are able to move around in their environment with ease and confidence. Number 3, tough drinkers. There's nothing worse than being thirsty, especially when you're out in the middle of nowhere and there's not a drop of water in sight. But for wild Bactrian camels, this is a common occurrence. That's because they live in some of the harshest environments on Earth, like deserts and steppes. And you won't believe this next fact about them. They can drink salty water that most other animals cannot tolerate. It's true. While most animals need fresh, clean water to survive, wild Bactrian camels can drink salty water without any ill effects. This is thanks to some special adaptations that help them get rid of excess salt from their bodies. One way that they do this is by urinating frequently. By getting rid of excess salt through their urine, camels are able to keep their internal salt levels in check. In addition, camels can also excrete salt through their sweat. This is important because it helps to prevent salt from building up in their bodies. Finally, camels have special glands in their bodies that help them get rid of excess salt. These glands are located on their lips and noses, and they secrete a salty substance that contains excess salt. By using these 3 methods, camels are able to drink salty water without becoming dehydrated. It's a truly remarkable adaptation that helps them survive in some of the toughest conditions on Earth. Number 2, ancient companions. Camels have been domesticated for thousands of years, and they've been used for a variety of purposes, including transportation, milk, and meat. Camels are well suited for life in arid climates, and they're able to travel long distances without needing much water. This makes them ideal for use as pack animals. Camels are also relatively easy to keep, and they can eat a variety of plants that other animals won't touch. This means that they can survive in areas where other livestock would starve. In addition, camels produce milk that can be used for drinking or making cheese. The milk is high in fat and protein, and it's a good source of nutrition for people who live in arid climates. Finally, camels can also be used for meat production. The meat is lean and flavorful, and it's a good source of protein for people who live in areas where other sources of protein are scarce. Given all these benefits, it's no wonder that camels have been domesticated for so long. In fact, they were some of the first animals to be domesticated by humans. The oldest evidence of camel domestication dates back to around 3,000 years ago. Since then, camels have been used by humans for a variety of purposes. Number 1, a different way of moving. If you've ever seen a camel walking, then you may have noticed that they don't move in quite the same way as other four-legged animals. Instead of moving like a dog or a horse, camels move both of their legs on the same side at the same time. This means that they have a unique way of moving called pacing. Pacing is a form of locomotion that's used by a variety of animals, including camels, horses, and dogs. However, camels are the only ones who do it in this particular way. When camels pace, they move their left front leg and right hind leg forward at the same time. Then they move their right front leg and left hind leg forward. This creates a distinctive swaying motion that's unique to camels. But why do camels move in this way? There are a few theories about why camels move the way they do. One theory is that it helps them to balance their weight. When camels pace, they distribute their weight more evenly, which makes it easier for them to stay upright. This is especially important for camels because they're large animals with long necks and humps. In addition, pacing may also help camels conserve energy. Studies have shown that animals that pace are able to move for longer periods of time without getting tired. This is likely because pacing helps to reduce the amount of energy that's expended while moving. Finally, pacing may also help camels to avoid injury. When camels pace, they're able to move more smoothly, which reduces the impact on their joints. This is important because camels are big animals and they're prone to injury. So overall, it seems that there are a lot of benefits to moving the way you do. It helps with balance, energy conservation, and injury prevention. No wonder camels have evolved to move the way they do. Thanks for watching. Which fact about camels was the most interesting to you? Let us know in the comments below. See you next time.